What happened when artists break the rules of balance and perfection? After the Renaissance, a new style emerged, one that twists reality, exaggerated beauty, and creates a sense of misery. This is Mannerism, the art of elegance, distortion, and drama. Mannerism, also known as the late Renaissance. Mannerism comes from the Italian word maniera, which means stylishness. This art movement, which originated from Florence, Italy, refers to a stylized, exaggerated approach in painting and sculpture. Mannerist artists stress the individual way of painting, the personal vision, and pictorial understanding of things, on how one perceives something which may be different from one another, which is a concept of individualism. Mannerist artists were followers of Renaissance masters but set their own goals, create their styles, and turn against traditional conventions, breaking the elitist form of art. Subjects were portrayed artificial and less naturalistic because Mannerism put high value on portrayal of a human body that are gracefully yet oddly positioned. Elongated limbs and stylized facial features were common motifs, and unlike the preciseness of the play between shadow of light of the Renaissance art forms, and Mannerist art tends to look in perspective. Mannerist artists exaggerated human proportion, creating elongated and graceful features that feels almost unworthily. Unlike the calm balance of the Renaissance, Mannerist compositions are full of movement, emotions, and tension. Artists experimented with vibrant and natural colors to heighten emotion and drama. Mannerism was an art movement that emerged in the late Renaissance in 1520 to 1600s, breaking away from the balance of harmony of artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Raphael. Instead, Mannerist artists experiment with elongated figures, exaggerated poses, and unnatural colors and complex of composition to create a sense of elegance, tension, and mystery. Unlike the realism of Renaissance, Mannerism focused on artificial beauty, sophistication, and emotional intensity. Key artists including Jacopo Pantumo, his paintings are full of movement and emotions. Parmigianino, master of exaggerated elegance in Madonna with a long neck. And Bronzino, famous for aristocratic portraits with cool, porcelain-like perfections. And El Greco, with his mystical, elongated figures, influenced the Baroque era. These artists pushed the limits of Renaissance art, whose work featured dramatic distortions and stylized forms, creating work that felt both elegant and strange, intellectual and dramatic. By the early 1600s, Mannerism faded, giving way to the grander, more realistic Baroque style. However, its influence can still be seen in the modern movements like Surrealism and Expressionism, where artists manipulate reality to evoke emotion and intrigue. Mannerism emerged in the early 16th century, right after the High Renaissance. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Raphael had mastered harmony and realism. But what comes next? Instead of continuing their path, a new generations of artists decided to distort reality, stretch proportion, and play with colors in unexpected ways. Mannerism may have been short-lived, but its spirit of experimentation and elegance, its bold creativity and artistic experimentation left a lasting impact and remains unforgettable in the world of art. So next time, if you see an elongated figure, an unexpected color palette, or a surreal composition, you might just be looking at the legacy of mannerism.